We've all come across this, right? Where there's some newscaster or public figure attacking games, using gaming as a means for violence being present in today's world. Even though humans since the beginning of time attacked one another, it seems that gaming is always promoted as this anchor to society. On top of that, it's being pushed towards men's ability to not be, men. But the truth of the matter is, gaming is healthy for mental health, whether you're a man or a woman. And let's be clear, before you introduce the extremes like a kid who killed his dad because he took his Switch away, or the kid who learned how to drive from Grand Theft Auto 3 way back and decided to steal his parents' car, we're not touching on those instances where parental guidance was heavily required. That's a different topic of discussion in terms of you raising your kids and taking leadership in what your child consumes. Because if we bring that up, we have to bring up social media and other media outlets such as music, movies, and even television shows that are easily accessible. I'm narrowing this down to adult men who sees this form of entertainment as a means of escaping this world. A world that floods our minds with countless forms of negative perspectives. We were never meant to know each nook and cranny about propaganda from each side of the compass. Sometimes it's just about knowing what's at home and in your immediate environment. That's it and that's all. Because let's be honest, if you can't change the outcome, there's no need to stress over something you can't control. But I digress. Gaming offers significant cognitive, emotional, and social benefits, including improved problem-solving skills, enhanced hand-eye coordination, and faster reaction times. It acts as a stress reliever for people who game, fosters social connections through multiplayer platforms, and can boost creativity, persistence, and strategic thinking. As much as there is mental improvement with gaming, you can't forget about your physical health, which is where I think the stigma of gaming hindering men comes from. Too much of anything isn't good for your health, but you gotta remember at least 30 minutes of cardio daily. I can't tell the amount of times where gaming pushed me to look at a puzzle and think of many solutions to solve said problem and then execute. It's something that a lot of schools lack the ability to accomplish with children, especially ones with a attention deficit. We're in the age of digital prowess, where if something doesn't have a screen, it just won't be seen, let alone understood. So instead of finding ways to antagonize this form of artistry, I ask those with an opposing opinion to digest games that insinuate a world striving for peace, not just kill, revive, kill, revive. I guarantee that when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, countless journalists, newscasters, and podcasts will highlight GTA as the staple for gaming pushing violence onto children, completely ignoring the rating posted at the bottom left of the box. I'm starting to believe the real issue for those opposed to gaming is the invisible struggle of who can capture the attention of the entertainment market. If games are the talk of the town, how can we dethrone it? And it's the same for movies and music. I don't know if anyone else goes through this, but imagine you're in a social space, right? And you're not quite sure that you relate to anyone else at the party besides the friends you came with. You're eating and drinking with friends you already know, and you overhear that noise. That noise that everybody knows.
Choose your fighter!
After hearing that, you feel a sense of relief and a civic duty to join in on the fun. No one is particularly angry at one another or even looking to be the best. It's just a good time and a nice introduction to meet more people. Gaming brings people together more than any other form of entertainment. Movies comes very close to that, but the moment is almost instant compared to gaming. Everyone will for sure come together when Spider-Man drops or even Avengers, but gaming is a joy that is meant to be shared. And it baffles me that people truly believe that gaming destroys the mental health of the everyday person. In terms of single-player games, I remember the first time a game made me feel something outside of just, I'm having fun. But to a point where I was mentally devastated of the characters involved in the story. And that game would be Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. Now, even though this is an anime, back then the dubbed anime then was really far behind. I'm not talking 7 to 6 to 7 months. I mean 2 to 3 whole years behind. And when playing through the pain arc and losing Jiraiya, it really made me think critically about the people around me. What if I lose my dad in the same situation? What if I lose my coach from football? How would that affect me? And when Pain entered the Hidden Leaf Village and destroyed the entire village with an almighty push, it made me It made me think even harder. What if I lose everyone? It made me feel a deeper sense of sympathy and pushed me into being more immersed in the experience. This was the moment I really got into reading books. Not just manga, which I never actually got into, but books that your teacher gave you quizzes on, like Native Son, Candy, The Pack, Kite Runner. In many ways, it sort of pushed me to experience more stories than those that were familiar in my environment. Just like any storytelling medium, it helps to have us understand characters' motives, feelings, and emotions. Due to video games and their interactive nature, it enhances the potency of its driving force you feel in. But how do you guys feel about gaming and how it affects your mental health? When you hop on multiplayer, do you feel unmotivated in a way? Are you motivated to play with more people? What's your experience? Let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure you give the video a like or a dislike. It's to your liking as always. And hit your boy up with that subscribe, because I need that.